Everyone here wants to fight. Apparently, I'm checking the chat, and everyone's here's looking to squabble.
What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You want to squabble?
It's crazy. You start talking about a little bit of the West Coast racing scene, the hottest area, in my opinion, right now, especially online in the YouTube community in terms of the channels that are showing what areas are the most active in terms of street racing. It seems to be the West Coast. So how you guys doing? I just want to check in real quick, say hi to a couple people. We got a bunch of people on the chat. I got in a little early than 9 o'clock. I had it scheduled for 9 o'clock, but I wanted to get in because you guys are apparently about to fight each other. Everyone's looking to fight. So the hottest area, in my opinion, right now, the hottest area that has to do with street racing is the West Coast. And that is a very important thing. Because of everything that's going on with the EPA, PFI getting popped, diesel guys getting popped, all this stuff, everyone is on high alert. But California still has some of the hottest street racing around. Eminem in the house, Mount Monterey, Omar Garza, Jared Wells, not Donald Trump, Frank G, Daily Driven, Ivan CJ, Slow ST, Mr. Ed 209, Mondi 50, Cameron Hayward, Arthur Wilson, Boom Bye Bye, local guy with a 19 Mustang, Coyote GT says, hi, bitch. I think Coyote GT. No, he's not in the West Coast. We got a bunch of people here, Abel, all them guys. So the West Coast, let's be honest, it's a very active, super active street racing area. And what ended up, Edwin Martinez, how you guys doing? PK Auto, everyone's in the house. Holy shit. I think 9 o'clock's a better time because Texas is on that, it's 8 o'clock in Texas right now. And it's 6 o'clock or so, or late in the fives, in the West Coast. So I think this might be better. It's better for me because I don't have to get on too early. It's daylight outside, and I can maybe slide in and out of some places if I have to. West Coast, let's talk about it. Okay, the popular racing channels, the channels that give me hope that there's a bunch of street racing still left in this planet is number 1, Desert 1320. Guys, if you do not subscribe to Desert 1320. And no, nobody asked me to shout them out. This is all me. I saw them and I said, yo, this is super legit. Desert 1320, 21,200 subscribers. Let's get that count up. I'm subscribed. Let me get the little notification deal, all of it. I want to know what's going on because in here I saw, ooh, son, this guy with the hoodie, he's jacked too. I think his name is David. Guy has an all-wheel drive Eclipse or Talon or whatever they call them. There was a Laser, a Talon, and an Eclipse. DSM. Let's just call it DSM. All-wheel drive. I don't know what trans he's got, but it looks like it's an auto with nitrous. And the thing straight gets it. He's very quick. It's probably a mid to high 5-second car in the 8th. He runs a lot of 8th mile stuff. The car's all-wheel drive, does great digs. The car's pretty legit, and the guy seems to be pretty legit. He's not one of these guys that talking all this shit. Seems to be legit, and he's on a couple of channels. Then the other channel I frequent, you guys know, Valley Racing Channel. Valley Racing Channel. If you guys see the Valley Racing Channel, it's always popping with stuff. So between 1320, Desert 1320, and Valley Racing, this is, in my opinion, what racing 1320 video used to be. It used to be grassroots racing before they started drooling all over UGR Lambos and super $100,000+ Vipers and GTRs. Don't get me wrong, there's a market for that. But my bread and butter is on the real deal, broke boy street shit, right? This is just, this guy, I don't know, this guy came with big money and he came and he got beat by the Supra. But again, even the Supra owner's super legit, super nice guy. A Whipple F-150's out there doing stuff. Guys, this is a good channel. So is Valley Racing. I think they're all friends over there. They're just trying to get the YouTube money popping, and we can't hate on them. And we also got to give respect to the OG, right? Active Hood Rich Uncut. This guy, I remember seeing him on some documentaries, and he's one of the most, from what I can tell, I don't know him personally, but you guys might tell me, but this guy seems to be super legit and like a nice guy. Like, he's a nice guy. And there was like a street shootout the other day that all the channels got. There was a Desert 1320 street shootout where we had old school Corvettes. We had Camaros. We had Novas. We had everything. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, a Corvette won, a C7, if I'm not mistaken. So guys, I think we're in a good spot in terms of where we're going to be at in terms of racing. Because if a state like California, where CARB and all the bullshit is restricting everybody from doing anything, and these guys are still out there racing, it gives you hope. It gives you a little hope that they're the street racing scene is still popping, and they have the strictest emission laws, the strictest laws, everything. And sometimes they get pulled over by cops, and the cops are super cool over there. So I'm hoping street racing or racing in general is going to be around for a very long time. I understand that everything with the EPA bullshit that's going on, we got to have a cohesive, nice, collective, but I also understand that everyone's chippy. Everyone is fighting for the piece of their pie. I understand it. But at the end of the day, if the EPA says you're all shut down, it becomes a legit underground operation, legitimate. You're going to have targets on your back. So we're trying to get at least the RPM Act passed because it's a foot in the door. It's not the fix, but it's a foot in the door. So I wanted to make sure you guys are aware that those channels are showing that there's hope out there. There's a lot of hope out there for the street racing stuff, and it's what 1320 video used to be. So check those out. Those were great. Someone said activate super chat, reload your pages, guys. If you want to pay for a super chat, reload your pages. I activated it. It's active. It's ready to go. Reload your pages, and if you reload your page, it should be able to enable the super chat. And I'm going to show you the super chat settings on my end so that you know that I'm not full of shit. Okay, I legit have the super chat stuff on. I'm trying to hide some stuff so y'all don't. There we go. We got, okay, so super stickers and super chats are enabled right here. See right here, guys? Super stickers and super chat are enabled. So don't blame me. If you wanna donate to the deal, then go ahead and reload your pages, and it should be able to enable it. There we go. David Jaffrey in the house, getting it in. He's órale vato, fuego. ¿Cómo está, señor? If you had an alternate universe version of yourself, would you be a GM guy or a Mopar guy? Since you're not biased, GM has the Z06. GM has the CTSV. GM has old school Camaro stuff. Dodge has Mopar, like Challenger, Charger, Demon, Super Sport, Red Eye. And they got Hellcat motors in Jeeps and Durangos. Really hard to go against Mopar in that. This, to my opinion, is the golden age of hot rodding because the EPA is going to take it away. V8s might go away. Everything might go away. 2023, 2024 is going to be the day. It's going to be, what's the day where the Terminator, the Terminator Cyberdyne Industries became sentient and it killed everybody? Judgment Day. Exactly, Judgment Day. Oh, 660 Street is another one. Thank you, Desert 1320. What's up, guys? 660 Street. Let's look at 660 Street. We'll see what the deal is. I'll subscribe to their shit too. I'm gonna be up on your stuff because you guys are out there getting it done. 35,000 subscribers, 660 Street. Let's subscribe to them, guys. Let's give them a situation here where support the guys that are supporting the local racers, getting shit done. You gotta give support. And one final shout out to people. One final shout out to one person. Everybody is asking me, Alex, or they're saying, why don't you say you tuned this car? Guys, Lund Racing tunes this car. If you guys are not aware of who this guy is, he does a lot of the NA stuff out west. I blocked his other account because he was spamming my shit, but the dude is legit. We do data logs. He listens to me. He's got a CJ set up. Good stuff. The car gets it. It'll run you NA. It'll run you nitrous. It is a very, very fast, very well-known NA car out in the West Coast, gapping people, doing a good job. And I wanted to give him a shout out because I felt he earned it, okay? Not that he earned it like it was like a competition, but the dude reps our stuff out west, and he's gapping fools, and he's doing a good job beating people. Yeah, he doesn't win every race, but I wanted to give him a special shout out because the guy supports Lund Racing, supports me. He's one of those customers you like to work with, and the guy is super legit, Bloodshot Coyote on Instagram. So now that I guess people didn't know who tuned him. I guess people were like, oh, my boy tunes him. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, Lund tunes him. You just don't see us popping off. Like, nobody at Lund Racing knows you by your street name. Everybody at Lund Racing knows you by your government name. Okay, so if you're not Daniel Perez or Jose Aguilar, we don't know who the fuck you are. If you're Cocaine 50, Dead Hook A69, NA Poppy with the trumpet and no hood, I don't know who the fuck you are. _69, I don't know who the fuck you are. I know you by your government name, so we don't play the Insta stuff. But it's a good thing to shout some people out, because a lot of people rep our stuff on Instagram, and you have to be up on that stuff. You can't be ignorant to what's going on out there. JD Swag said, good evening, Alex. Tuning in from work. Nice. Danimal Judgment Day. Nuckfucks Raceball said, what up? Finally catching another live on the day to work. Boom Bye Bye says, all respect to Alex because he keeps it real and authentic. Boom Bye Bye was in a 19 Mustang, and I was in the Fairmont, and I'm like, I didn't even know who he was, right? I'm like, yo, this boy want the sauce? Because I'm on the 9.6 setup, and on the street, that 9.6 setup hooks. And I give him a little roll action, and he went up to the leg. He goes, I ain't want none of that. I know who you are. I ain't want none of that. I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted some. He goes, no, we're good. Nice guy. Met him. I think I saw him at a Shell gas station. A Shell gas station. Nice dude. Good guy. David says, that car gets it done. That red car gets it done. Marcus Marr says, do you follow the Bay Area Racing Channel? Another good one. I watch 818 1320. All right, I think it's 818 1320. Follow them on Instagram. I want to know what's happening with Gravity. I want to know what's happening with Son. I want to know what's happening with Osis Kills, formerly known as Osis Coyote. Crazy shit. As long as he's racing and putting in work. I've been thinking about taking my hood off my nitrous car. Is that still gay? Absolutely, guys. If you're removing hoods to gain some kind of competitive edge, I'm sorry, I can't co-sign on that. You can do whatever you want. Okay, who the hell am I? I'm a nobody. I'm a stupid ass motherfucker. But if you're taking your hood off, why don't you take the trunk, hood, and the doors off? Right? Because why stop at the hood? Take the doors off, G. Take the fender, take the hood, take the bumper, taillights, headlights, de-skin the car. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Frank G says, I'm on the 818. Where's the Malta? No Malta today. We just got good old-fashioned Mio energy drink. Squirt stuff. Vamos a darte. Vamos a chuparlo aquí. Now, what I like about the West Coast stuff is y'all got crews. You guys are like, you got like race gangs. A side shows up. They collect money from one side. And you could tell another side is baller because they're like, yo, I'll match whatever you got. Whatever your side collects from your broke boys, Zelle, Cash App, food stamps, EBT, whatever you got, we race for it. And the other crew's like, yo, whatever you got, we match it. I'm like, oof. And it's like the names of the crews out there, they're legit. Like, there's no crew names out here. There's KOK Racing. There's a whole bunch of other crews. I'm not really, there's 818, 1320, a bunch of guys. But I don't know all the names of the crews out there. But if I should start making crews over here. Like Anga Chocha, you know? Like real crazy game, like crazy names to make people really not want to race us. Like Florida, the Florida Me La Pela crew, Florida MLP crew. What you racing for, cabrón? We're racing for boiled peanuts, son. Boiled peanuts? Yeah, we're from north of Yeehaw Junction. We're north of Yeehaw, bro. We do boiled peanuts and gator meat up there. Big at ho. What do you race for? We race for money. Yeah, fuck that. Spicy boiled peanuts, bitch. That's how they do it here. It's some fucked up bullshit. Remove doors, hood, trunk, and maybe the new Cletus. That's the real Houston gut. A full Cletus Mustang, Jesus Christ. Woman asked for food stamps on Snapchat. No, you're supposed to Houston gut the car, take off the wheels, and do a engine delete for minimum weight. Just a rolling chassis with some Flintstone pedals. Off all the time. +1 for the Me La Pela crew. Me La Pela crew, man. MLP. Florida MLP. This is 561 MLP. 561 Me La Pela. Yo, how much your crew want to go for? Yo, we got boiled peanuts and what's also totone. We got totone and boiled peanuts. We ready. We come with it. You know, you know what? Would there will never be no crews here because the crews start stealing the shit off each other. Like, there's no crews here. The crews here were like, yo, that guy got Bellax on his shit. Let's just steal his Bellax. And in Hialeah, all of a sudden, everyone's got Bellax on their, everyone's got Bellac beadlocks on their daily driver Mustangs in Hialeah. I'm good. I'm not going to join any crew. Thank you very much. Can't see the couch anymore. Yo, I got so much peasant shit on the couch. You can't even see the couch. I got the peasant race star wheels for the F-150. If you guys tuned in on the peasant chat on Sunday, you know that Mexico Racing League got me champ stamps wheels, 17-inch F-150, 17 by 10 and 17 by 5 in the front. And I got some peasant VMSs. I got the dead hook, the stripper glitter, and all the fucking skinny secret sauce. I got everything on the couch, man. It's just the poorest of the poorest couch on the planet. And I got beadlocks in there somewhere. I got beadlocks somewhere down there. Did you go to college? No, didn't go to college. What drink was it today? Mio energy drink with ice. That's it. Mio energy drink with ice. I'm going to be up all fucking night. It's going to be a good time. Oh, yeah, baby. Casey needs food stamps. So what happened? What happened with like 1320 video? They used to do that cash day stuff, and I used to see it, but did it just stop, or did they just stop putting it out there? I guess maybe they're still doing it. But when I see Desert 1320s and all that stuff, and Valley Racing and Active Hood Rich and 660 Street, when I see all those guys out there, they're all like in the same spot, but there's different races. They got a bunch of racing going on in California. Now, I don't know the laws in California. I don't know how you can get around some stuff. There's some cars that are obviously not, you know, they wouldn't be street legal in fucking Florida, let alone California. But it blows my mind that the racing is super, it spits hot fire out on the West Coast. It kind of blows my mind, but it gives me hope that if they can get it done over there, you can get it done anywhere. Look, the last couple of free states where you can do anything if all goes to shit is going to be Texas and Florida. As long as you don't bring your dumb shit over here, don't bring your New York shit over here, and don't bring your California shit. Now, what I'd like to see, I'm going to be honest, I'd like to see a lot of the guys from Houston and to race those desert, those 1320 guys, or sorry, the West Coast guys. I'd love to see some of you guys meet in the middle, because there's so many racers in Houston. And I don't think they're willing to make a huge long drive all the way to California. And I don't think any California guys are looking to make a huge long drive all the way to Houston. We got to meet in the middle somewhere. That'd be cool to set something up like that, or have them come to Texas 2K and just race on the streets. But Texas 2K is mostly roll racing, but they do have a lot of dig racing spots. And when I lived there, man, I'm telling you, what a time to live in Houston during Texas 2K. It's just a bunch of fun. Welcome to Putti. Oh, Fed Snake became a Putti level member. Thank you very much. Macho Matt says, who's the dude that works at Lund with the boss? Did he lock out his stock cams? Do they chop? Asking for a friend, by the way. You late, fool. I'm not late. It fucking says 9 o'clock right on the scheduled thing. Dakota has comp stage 3 cams, and they're locked. And when they're locked at a certain position, that's the key, guys. When they are locked at a certain position, they do chop. If you lock them at the park position, they won't chop. Los Salty Backs. Wow, Johnny Boy with the name, with the crew. Let's come up with some crew names. Houston gutted my couch, and now it touches the wall 2/10 faster than the love seat. I mean, look, if it comes down to H-Town or the Cali guys, I got my money on the Houston guys. Guys, there are guys in Houston and Louisiana that don't advertise their times. They go offshore, they work, they come back. They got some of the absolute insanely quickest grudge cars out there. When I lived there, I visited a couple of guys that are in the sticks, somewhere in Louisiana and areas at Woodlands and Tomball and all that. And they're just, they don't advertise, they don't Facebook, they don't nothing, but they street race. And those guys are freaking fast, like stupid. Maybe not street outlaw fast, but they're really quick. So you got to be careful who you pick a fight with, especially when it comes to if you want to come to Houston for some dig racing stuff. Money for whatever the hell you want, and channel support. Thank you, SK Jeff. I appreciate you very much. Are you following Rocky Mountain Race Week at all, Alex? Absolutely not. I'm not watching that shit at all. No fucking way. It won't catch me dead watching any of that stuff. I mean, I watched the regular one. What's it called? Drag Week, the regular, but the Rocky Mountain version and this. But no. I just watch the big one, and that's it. I don't care about anything else. I don't got enough time to just sit there and watch Because when you watch Drag Week, like the big boy Drag Week, you see some badass shit. Not to say that the other stuff isn't as super badass, but there's less of it. Drag Week seems to be like the pinnacle of all of that kind of racing for sure. Philly Street Race Team has some vids on YouTube. I'm good with Philly. They can only race like 3 months out of the year. I'm talking about places that can race all year round. Cali, Houston, Florida, Louisiana, all that stuff. That's what I want to see. When there's a will, there's a way. Here in the Bay Area, California is always active. Ed Rivertana, that's nice to hear, bro. And I like to hear that you guys are getting around some stuff because, look, I love watching racing and I love watching grassroots style racing. Like guys that just have a crew. I don't have that. I don't trust people. I don't like anybody here. I don't have anyone here that I really trust to work on cars. Here, they'll steal your shit. Florida's different. I don't trust anybody in Florida to link up with, to race with. The only one I would, it'd be Jake, but Jake doesn't race anymore. Jake is running his business and doing his thing, but I don't trust any motherfucker in Florida to get linked up with to go racing. No fucking way. Cuban Coyote said, last time Texas came to California, they're left with nothing but L's. Ooh, careful. Manuel Gomez got a little baby out there taking people's money. So, I mean, if little baby shows up to Texas, to California, you don't think he's going to mop up a lot down there? In the 8th, especially? I'm not saying y'all don't got shit for him, but I'm saying little baby alone can take care of a lot of people down there. And forget that, there's a lot of other dig guys that do nothing but that dig stuff. I don't know if those guys in particular are willing to go all the way to California to race. Hi, Alex. 16 Mustang packs in the 85 making about 800 horsepower. Should I worry about the chains? Is there anything you would change? No, no. I wouldn't change anything about the chains. The chains are the chains, really, right? Can you buy upgraded chains for Coyotes? Maybe, but I don't know of any. I mean, all the chains in the Coyotes that Blend Racing and everyone else that we know of are pretty much stock. I'm sure they use some MMR guides and something like that, or SK guides. But to be honest with you, I don't know that anything needs to be done to the chains specifically. Just some channel support and EPA me la pela a la verga. Holy shit, he said the whole thing. EPA me la pela verga. What's the actual horsepower you can have and still be street drivable? About 800, Michael Kennedy. About 800 seems to be right at the cusp of being a little too stupid. Cole 10R80 says, Cuban Coyote, that depends on who, bro. From Texas came, bro. There's some hitters all throughout Texas at every level. But Cali has nice scene. I've been fortunate enough to experience both. Cali does have a nice scene. You can't sleep on the guys on the Cali scene out there for sure. The NA scene is a little too poppin', in my opinion, in California. California, calm the fuck down with the naturally aspirated bullshit. Stop it. Because then the problem is, this is why I don't co-sign on any Instagram or any beef or anything. Because the moment you shout out like Bloodshot Coyote, right? Let's say I go out there and go, yo, we tune him. All of a sudden, if he does something sideways, if he does something stupid, if he welches on a bet, if he does something, they think that we did that. I'm like, no, we just tuned the motherfucker. He paid for a tune and we tuned him. So that's why I don't like shouting out anyone, but I have a relationship with the guy. We hit up each other about combinations and what to do. And he talked to me about, he took his trans to get built, had issues. I said, yo, the tune does not have to change. And he's like, I swear, take a look at the log. I'm like, dude, your cams aren't working. Your O2s aren't working. Nothing's working. The tune didn't do that. But we had conversations back and forth, and he found that a whole bunch of wires were pinched somewhere, and he fixed it. So, that's the kind of support a racer like that specifically needs. He needs like, yo, I'm going racing tonight. He's very aggressive. He's very much out there racing a whole bunch of people. Then he puts his car on a shot, a nitrous, and then he races low 9-second Whipple cars and barely gets beat by a car by them. I'm like, dude, your car is pretty legit for what it is. Let's get it straight. If a person's couch touches the wall, I'm not fucking racing them. Boom, bye-bye. Yeah, exactly, because I got New Balances, and y'all should just take the New Balance. Hold on. I'm going to put the New Balances up here. The New Balances. This is so y'all know I fucks with carburetors. This is so y'all can be reminded I fucks with carburetors, so don't be sleeping on the New Balances, because when they're on, that means I'm about to get my screwdriver out and fuck you guys up with that 650 4777 double pumper action. You know what I'm saying? George Mendoza says you should watch Central on YouTube. There's a lot of coyote content in Central California. Got it. Should I get any lockouts on my 350 manifold? I have the 16 Pro Charge D1SC with the Siley fuel system and can't see if your E85 tune, and can't wait to see if your E85 tune will chop. It might chop depending on the setup. 16 Pro Charge, yeah, we might be able to make a cam lobe tune, but no promises. But yeah, I would lock out the IMRCs just to make life easier for everybody. Omar Garza, EPA me la pela. What's up, brother? How you doing? How's Houston? David Jaffrey, in your opinion, what are the top 3 heartbreaking betrayal in Carlito's way, in my opinion? Pachanga, David Kleinfeld, and Lalin. So no, I think number 3, Lalin. Yes. Kleinfeld's number 1. Kleinfeld is number 1. Kleinfeld sold him out to the feds, or the district attorney, the DA. So it's Lalin, then Pachanga, because at the end of the day, Pachanga was with Benny Blanco from the Bronx, but Kleinfeld trying to set Carlito up to go back to jail. I think that's a bigger betrayal, in my opinion. Pachanga just needed some money because he wasn't paying him enough. And Zane says, I'm loving Manuel's channel and his street shit. I don't like one of the guys he associates with, but still, good street hustle. Uh-oh! Insane Mustang, what's up? Was there some beef? You mentioned it. I didn't mention it. I don't know who, if a guy, you got beef with someone of his guys. I don't know. Look, Manuel hangs who he wants to hang with. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Blown Chevelle says, hi, Alex. 60 Mustang, 800 horsepower, full suspension. Second gear roll spins outwards towards the left. Any way to balance it? I don't know what your suspension setup is. You probably got lowering springs on your dumb shit too, right? What do you have? Vikings? Do you have, what's your camber set to on the rear? You know, what's your alignment set to? What tires do you have? What springs do you have? I mean, come on. This is not just like, oh, it spins to the left. Put fucking 10 sandbags in the back. It won't spin then. Got to do what you got to do to make the thing hook. Just want to thank you, Alex, for tuning my 2020 GT350. E85 woke the car up tremendously, and I appreciate your help. I hope I haven't asked any stupid question. No. Fed Snake today said, Alex, the car's not starting well on E85. I need you to add some crank fuel. He knew exactly what it needed. And I said, here you go, buddy. Crank fuel. Hopefully it starts better for you, Fed Snake. Will, W156 says, you heard from Gavin it's just a 6 and his twin turbo S550? No, I haven't heard. I'm not. Junior's tuning him. Junior's handling Gavin. I don't tune Gavin. Junior's handling Gavin. Para Juan Tutimiricuaro says, what's bitcha? There's some sorry haters making fun of you on your channel, making cartoon videos of you. That's funny, but the content sucks. Like, look, when you get to a certain level, people make fun of you. I'm okay with that, but make it funny. At least make it funny. At least write some funny jokes. At least make it witty. If it's just the same old dumb shit. Say, every single beaner dumb motherfucker, right? Every dumb beaner out there. I'm not saying all beaners are dumb, but every dumb beaner out there that listens to a guy talk good English, they immediately go to the same thing. Yo, you sound gay. Yo, you sound gay. Homeboy, your girl got tuned by us. Because she dumped your ass. Dumped your ass. Bro, dumped your ass. And then got tuned by us. And the motor must have been so ragged out that it popped because you were tuning it. Please choose your adversaries wisely. Cartoons are cool. You can make cartoons all you want. It's all good. But I know shit. I know shit. Dirt. Things you do. Relax, papi. Relax. Because if I'm going to make fun of you, you got to be somebody. If I make fun of a nobody, I'm just going to bring your clout up. So I'm not trying to bring your clout up. Give some sucker some shine. Get the fuck out of here. Yellow from Springfield sends his regards, says David Jaffrey. His initials are BB. Leave it there unless you want this. Let's leave. But I don't know who the fuck is BB and Zane. Now you got me all like trying to get some backstory. But look, yeah. I know who you're talking about. We're good. It's all good. We're good, bro. Any SMP car got head up, SMP me la pela. That's what Cuban Coyote say. Yeah, Cuban Coyote and SMP, I guess they got some beef. Because S&P's talking shit on your car, and you're talking, yo, there's a bunch of bullshit talking. It's crazy. I love the beefs. A full bolt on the 85 Hellcat with 850 horsepower. Called out anyone who was in the Bay Area to run him. I hit him up to me and got some runs in. Humble dude, no drama type, races hard, comes across, no and days. I don't know what he says. Races hard to come. Oh, races hard are. Wait, okay. My type of races are hard to come across nowadays. I think he meant nowadays. Edre Ratana understood. There's some people out there that are they just want to have a good race and they don't talk shit. And if they do money runs, they do money runs. They don't got to pop off. They don't got to like put the money on the hood and go, yeah, this crew beat this crew to get this money. Because that just creates a long running beef. I just want to run good people and have fun. Can't find it here. Can't find it here. You race anybody from south of Del Rey here, your shit's going to get stolen. You race somebody south of Del Rey here and you beat them. Number one, you didn't beat them because there's a stipulation. And number two, your shit's going to get stolen after you beat them. So I don't race anybody here. Cuban Coyote, how's the Turbo 400, brother? I'm ready to fire mine up next week. Says Mendoza's Coyote. Mustang 10 or 80 Hallex. Hi from Australia. Thanks for all the hard work you're putting into your channel. Is it true that Cam Idle Tune can foul up your cats, or is it just internet bullshit? Thanks, man. So the Cam Loop Idle Tune is, I don't want to say it's not cat friendly because that sounds bad. Think about it. The Boss 302 with the red key has an idle tune. Cam Loop Idle Tune. Think about it, guys. The Boss 302 with the red key has a cam loped idle tune. So that should answer that question. I know a lot about S&P. I know the whole backstory. I keep that in my pocket just in case. So do I. So they can make all the cartoons they want. I know what's going on in the background, Papa. We know the deal. Texas better than Cali, says Johnny Boy. Ooh. Love the channel, man. 10-2 in a 92-degree heat with auto Roush Gen 2 pulling timing due to the knock sensor. Dakota sent a revision and adjusted what was needed. So trying to hit those nines next time. Good to see that, Will 83. Hopefully 10-2, just get out there in cool air and things should be good to go. Rich 50 says, that's why I go to the track, because street racing is crazy in Florida. Exactly, Rich 50. And I hear a rumor, yeah, I'm going to put it out there, that Palm Beach International Raceway is closing because it supposedly, rumor is, unverified, that it got sold to a Walmart distribution center. So the track that's up about 20 minutes from my house, right, is potentially going to be a Walmart distribution center. Now, am I sad to see it go? Probably not. I would prefer they stay open. I would prefer they're here so we have somewhere to race. But if they're not making any money, if no one is populating the place, if no one's patriating the place, no one's going there, holding big events, no Prep Kings is going to be there this weekend, guys. No Prep Kings is going to be there next weekend. That track is rumored to close due to a Walmart distribution center. Tracks seem to be closing left and right because either we're not patriating the place or the county wants more money out of the tax situation. So they bring in a Walmart to 1, jobs, 2, tax, 3, I don't know, maybe they can have an infrastructure built by Walmart to suit the needs of their distribution center, and that brings in, I don't know who's getting greased, but if the track is not populated and patriated, it's going to close. So that's the rumor. The next stop for No Prep Kings, that track is slated to close. Rumors, supposedly, allegedly, crazy stuff. Look at that, Nitrous 50. Houston Raceway was also sold. Good old Royal Purple Raceway, the one we know and love, is supposedly sold, and it's gonna. If you go to Houston Raceway, you see those massive things in the background, those warehouses. I bet you they bought all that shit because that whole area is going to become just like a manufacturing or distribution hub. So Houston Raceway is like, yo, sell it. Fuck it. Let's get out of here. So where's Texas 2K going to be? Austin? You think I'm going to drive to Austin? You think I'm going to drive to the other side of Houston when it's already going to take me 11 or 12 hours to get to Houston Raceway? Fuck. And where's the next track going to be? If it's not going to be on the southeast side of Houston, you won't catch me dead at another Texas 2K. It's already far enough. Tony Montana sends his regards from the 305. Phil, $10 says, what's up, sir? Hope all is well. Looking at some stainless work, high flow cats since I'm going boost now. Think they'll hold up. Pump gas 79mm on 2.3 TVS should be okay as long as you don't over boost the shit out of them. There is a cat that I mentioned 2 or 3 episodes ago that seems to hold up real well to 1,000 rear wheel horsepower based on C&D Autotech tests. So look back on a couple episodes and yeah, I explained the whole deal there. Alex, I'm looking to Dixie Normus. I'm looking to boost my 18810 and looking at a reputable local company ESS tuning for centrifugal setup. Anything I should look for? Going with a local shop versus Vortec, ProCharger, etc. Dixie Norma, since I know nothing about that place, I'm sorry, I can't tell you anything about it. I don't know what I don't know what the kit looks like. I don't know boost. I don't know belt routing. I don't know auxiliary hubs. I don't know math placement. I don't know anything about them. The next, Will says, the next NA guy who asks about the sauce, tell him to go to the grocery store. Also, the key to going fast NA is bolting on more CJs. Like one right on top of the other. Max effort, quadruple CJ build. Rumor has it Houston Raceway is moving to Winnie, southeast of Baytown. Okay, that's okay. If Houston Raceway is somewhere in the southeast side of Texas, Houston, whatever, I'm in. If they start moving shit to Austin, Dallas, and I'm good. I'm good. Texas 2K, I thought it was GTR 2K. Yeah. TXR 2K. TXR, yeah, it's literally GTR 2K. I don't know if I'm going to go to another Texas 2K, bro. The GTR class, and then the way they treated every other class because the GTR class broke so many parts, it just put a real bad taste in my mouth. To drive 10 to 12 hours out there to rag out your equipment just to be yelled at because you had nothing to do with the delays. And then you're up there at midnight and they're yelling at you to get down the track. Thanks a lot. I'm going to pass on that shit. Alice, can I send you one of my P51 intake kits to test out PBH attention out? Nah. Nope. No GT Garage. Not because I don't want it from you. If I get it from you and then I give you an unfavorable review, that's going to look really shitty, right? Right? If you give me an intake, a P51 intake, and it makes less power than a Steeda, than a PMAS, than a Roush, than a Bustelo can, that's going to look really bad. I just know that the math curve is smaller on a P51 intake than a stock Gen 3. That right there answers all the questions I need to know, right? It just answers all the questions I need to know. Now, if I come across a P51 intake and someone wants to donate a P51 intake, not you, because I'm sure you're the maker of it, and I don't want to get it's almost like JLT or PMAS sending me an intake, and then I make a video saying, by the way, their intakes suck. They're gonna go, wait, what? Why the fuck did I send them an intake? You know what I mean? It's not that I'm not willing to test out a P51. It's that I'm not willing to test out a P51 that you gave me. Because it looks really bad if you give me something and then I give it a negative review. Now, let's say you give me the P51 intake and it makes more power. Everyone's going to say, yeah, you said that because he gave you an intake. You see what I mean? There's no winning there. That's the difference with this YouTube channel and others. I'll give you the truth, but I don't want to buy it. I don't want to get it from you directly. I don't want to get it from you directly because it's a bad look. It's a PR nightmare. No, SAR's not closing. Saying coming to SAR. I'm close to Longview. Alex, can you sign my New Balances? Mendoza, sheesh. Is there an S197 faster than Brett Lasella? Oh, yeah. Justin Jordan's been sixes, you know. When are we going to go see turbos, Alex? When I can afford it, when there's money. I mean, it's going to be a long time. I can't just shove turbos in cars. That's like tens of thousands of dollars, guys. There's nothing free in life. Everything you see that I build, make, and put in cars, I pay with my own money. And of course, you guys help. But unless this channel starts making like $50,000 a month, I'm not going to do crazy shit like that. No way. Someone's talking shit on Mustang Lifestyles. Westkeish, whatever, New Balance, LY. Oh, okay, level 9,000. Did you see my IG message? Carlos Villarreal. Boy, here we go. Here we fucking go on IG bullshit. What the hell did you send? Exhaust clips? If you're the guy that sent exhaust clips, yeah, I saw it. It's exhaust clips, man. Love you. What do you want me to do, man? It's exhaust clips, I think. So whatever to do. If it's you. Salute. Destroyer 1320 says, salute. P Canada says 3 to 4 weeks for Paxton or Vortec currently, which is not bad at all. Just placed an order last week. We'll see it in 2 weeks for our local clients build. They're a solid team to check into them. Look, Paxton stuff is good shit. Vortec stuff is good shit. On my last video, I didn't want to rag my car out because I didn't want to blow it up. The knock sensors are going, no. On a 3.3 with pump gas and butane in the tank, it said, go fuck yourself. Now, I suspect number cylinders hurt. And on the next video, I will do a compression test on the car to verify that. Use a barb fitting. That's sketch. Eminem says, now that the red car isn't going to get R&D'd, what's your plans for it, CJ? I'm going to do the cold air shootout. I'm going to do a Bustelo can. I'm going to do a Steeda open air element intake. And if I can get my hands on a P51, that'd be great, but not directly from the source. I need to find it elsewhere. So it's a neutral party. You know what I mean? But thank you. I appreciate it, GT Garage. You must understand the position I'm in, though. You must understand the position I'm in. And I wouldn't even say it's a P51, meaning to protect everybody, I will just say, this is an intake. I'm not going to name who it is. I'm going to put it on. And based on your visualization, I'm not going to name names because I know what the companies are going to say. I can't believe he put a video out with, the test he made, and they're going to nitpick the test. Well, he did it out there. It's 100 degrees out there. Sorry. Your cold air intake should suck in cold air. What do you want me to do? All the intakes are tested in the same environment. SK Performance Jeff says, bro, are you coming to PRI this year? If so, I hope to see you again and say hello and hand off some more SK swag. I don't know. It all depends on Lund Racing. I don't think so unless there are meetings with people like HP Tuners and SEMA and the fucking EPA. Unless one of them people say, and it's going to be Lund Racing showing up. I don't need to show up. If I go, I'm going to go as a fan. I don't want to go in a Lund Racing capacity because I want to just do my own shit and check out stuff and do videos and just hang out. I'm sure I'm going to get accosted by some people, but that's okay. Because if I go as myself, I can do whatever I want. But if I go as Lund Racing, I have to be corporate Alex. You know what I mean? But a smaller intake flows more. Haha. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, Kyle Brandon dropping the C note. Shit. Crazy son of a bitch. Sorry, I'll catch the rest later. Work calls. Hope you're well, Alex. And thanks everyone here in the chat. Kyle Brandon reminding everybody who daddy is. John D says, I'll send you my Steeda closed box if you want to test it out. I have an open air box from Steeda, so that'd be like redundant. And I'm going to rag out the car. So the first thing I'm going to do is get an oil change in the car and get a hard tire in the car. I'll probably put the R888 in the back of the red car because right now it's got slicks or QuickTime Pros. So I'll probably put the R888 in the back, switch the GT500 wheels over to the red car, and do the testing on a hard tire or harder tire than I currently have just to make the test more consistent. And I got to do an oil change on that car because if I'm going to do potentially 12 to 13 pulls on it, I want to make sure I got good oil in there. Gen 2 Coyote ported throttle body for max NA power. Someone told me that that's a Honda guy thing, that porting throttle bodies is a Honda guy thing. I didn't know it was a Honda guy thing. I had no idea it was a Honda guy thing. But it makes a whole bunch of sense that Honda guys are buying, those cars. 100%. Oof, my goodness. Look at this. Jesus. Sorry, I just got sent the picture from, oof, my goodness. My goodness. Oof. My goodness. I got to reply. Jesus Christ, what a picture. Good times. Hot boy summer. With those New Balances, are you buying a Shelby? When is Section 8 getting that bottle? Not a long time. Yo, Ali, I got it. I still have to get the trans leak fixed, and I gotta this weekend. I'm leaving to work up north. I'm going for work-related purposes, so I won't be around for 2 days. So I won't be able to touch the GT500 until probably next week, so I won't be able to do stuff. And someone requested a heavy duty.
Asshole. Oh, yeah. Hey, Wally. Heavy duty. Heavy duty.
Todd Mitchell said the Tesla Plaid runs all the saws, supposedly 9.2s, I believe. Yes, look, they are fast. Are they boring? Sure. Are they fast? Yes. So say they're boring all you want. Say it's the most boring 9-second run you've ever seen. You're going to get beat by one. You're going to get beat by one on the street. I guarantee it. Sure, you can say, well, at least my car's not quiet. It doesn't matter. You lost. Yo, Alex, I got the heavy duty, got that. Do a few runs. Alex, since you plan to make the white car 1100 horsepower, does that mean it'll make the GT500 kind of useless? When the Gen 3 gets built, are you selling Section 8? Section 8 is going to get sold probably by the end of the year. Two things have to happen for Section 8 to get sold. Number one, run sevens. If that car runs sevens between now and December, she's gone. Bye-bye. Or two, someone wants the car more than I do. If someone wants that car more than I do, she's gone. If I run sevens in that car and the goal is to get a TVS 2650 on there, I'm going to try to get one ported from Greg Kong. I'm going to try to send him a Gen 3 and say port it to death so I can have a Kong 2650 on the car. And then hopefully it makes more than the 4.5 Whipple. The 4.5 Whipple is old technology, so I'm not really looking to compare Whipple versus TVS. It's not a fair comparison when you have a very old blower. My thought process is this. It takes a lot of power to turn that blower, the 4.5 Whipple, to make 27, 28 PSI. So the stress on the crank, the parasitic loss of horsepower driving the blower, all you need is a 2650 that it's a little easier to drive with a 2.4 pulley, and all I needed to make is about 1200. At about 1200 horse on a good cold day, that car should run 790s or 4s in the 8th. Once it does that, I'm a happy guy and it can go off to the next guy to enjoy. But it won't make it useless. The GT500 has its purpose. It's a great class car. That car can go to a drag strip and run whatever number I want between 850 and 790, dial that in, and competitively race the car. That's the purpose of the GT500, and then cruise it to get ice cream once in a while. Thanks for the info. Looking for all the ones you mentioned as well, but the stainless works slips right in and out. Diet Coke money. Thank you, Phil, very much for the Diet Coke money. And we got some uvita, good old colony uvita, piña, and we got Coco Rico. We got Iromber. We got a lot of drinks we got to review for the other channel. Can I get a Canelo with a side of high power? Absolutely. We get some Canelo.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
And where is coming in a little too high power?
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Good shit. Good shit. Scooter Kid. Will it be safer to get a 3.0 Whipple on a 2018 10R80 with oil pump gears? Safer than what? You can get a Paxton, you can get a Whipple, an Odin, you can get a Vortec, you can get anything. I don't think it's less safe or safer with one blower or the other, in my opinion. JD Swag says, did you hear anything from the RTD? It again shot me a vehicle diagnostics portal not detected. I was trying to data log because it was nice today. You're going to have to email. This is what you guys are going to have to do. If anyone has issues with the RTD, email HP Tuners. I think that's the only way they're going to actually start seeing a huge influx of emails of a similar issue that has to get taken care of, right? If a bunch of you guys flood HP Tuners emails and say, bro, this thing can't log a Lund tune. They can't say, well, tell them to send you a different tune. We tune like we tune. Let's make all the PIDs generic. Let's make it generic just like every other place does. And you can just log any vehicle, logging whatever. I can't imagine there isn't a button you can flip or a program you can do. You guys got programmers on staff that'll allow RTD to log any vehicle. Any vehicle. What's your best 60 foot on the GT500? It's been 121. Been 121 and a 120. I don't think it's been in the 1.1s yet. Now, if it was 1.1, it was with the previous owner. When it didn't have a cage, it didn't have a chute, it was a lot lighter. Okay, that car was a grudge car forever, had no cage, no chute. It probably weighed 150 pounds less in good weather, and it might have cut a 1.1 at one point, but there is no time slip to prove it because it was a grudge car. But I've personally done a 121 in the car. Yo, Alex, where can I pick up a VMP Gen 2 blower? Is eBay my last option? Eminem, you could probably find a Roush blower. Roush still sells the Gen 2 version of their blower. And the nice thing about the Roush version of that blower is it has a removable elbow. That means you do not have to remove the blower to service the injectors. So look at Roush. Roush still has Gen 2 version of their blowers. This is my third time now, says JD Swag. Third time to email HP Tuners. email them again and again and again. I'm sorry. Look, we can't control that. We don't program the stuff to be able to data log. We literally just use it as a thing to send tunes on. Any logging issues or features that you want added or adjusted has to go to the source, not us, unfortunately. I wish we could help you. Trust me. I wish we could help you. Harris says, my bad if it's a dumb question, but would porting the 17 intake be worth it? It'll still fall hard after 6,500 RPMs, or do you think it might be better than an 18 manifold? It will not do better than an 18 manifold. Porting it will do better than stock, but it will not do better than an unported 18 manifold, plain and simple. So I wouldn't port it if I were you. If you're trying to avoid getting an 18 manifold, I don't think you're just going to waste your money trying to port the stock intake. Let me get, do you want to squabble? All right, we'll get you some squabble. Where's some squabble right here? What the fuck?
What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You want to squabble?
Are you planning on selling the red car? What would you ask for it if you don't mind me asking? Red car is probably a $22,000 to $24,000 car, right? Now, this is the plan with the red car. CJ, and try to go 10s as it sits, right? CJ, go back out in cooler air after summer passes. The way it sits, I'm not going to gut it any further. Stock axle, stock drive shaft, trans brake it, and if it runs a 1099, paint the front end, put a nice hood on it because the front end got chipped from the front end. The hood, the fenders got a little chip on them from the front end flapping around because those tabs came off. So I'm going to order a brand new front end, a cowl induction hood because I'm going to need one for CJ because I don't want to drop the engine. I'm going to just put it on, make the car really pretty, clean it, ceramic coat it, make it really pretty, really nice, and sell it for about $22,000 to $24,000. Obviously, I'll ask for, if the market allows me to get higher, I'll sell it for higher. But understand this, the engine ticks. Does it hurt performance? Absolutely not. Has it been ticking for years? Absolutely. I'm not going to do anything about it. And no, I'm not going to take off money because it ticks. It rolls out. You know what you're getting with that car. Okay. And that car has history. If you're one of those psychopaths, right? That car was the first TVS development vehicle ever for VMP, for Gen 2. They developed the Gen 2, the Gen 2R based off of that vehicle. So if you want to have history behind it, VMP used that vehicle to R&D almost all of their calibrations, especially the Gen 2 calibrations. And then I bought it. It went 920s with a TVS. Then I went ahead and turned it into NA, and I'm going to see if I can go 10s NA in it, and it will be sold NA. No nitrous, no nothing. If I get froggy, I might put the Vortec that's in the white car. If the white car ends up with turbos and I still have the red car, I'll put the Vortec that's in the white car in the red car. That bitch will be like a 920 car, 930 car, like I'm basic bitch shit, because the red car has a return style fuel system, FIC 1000s. It's got a GT350 intake manifold. You don't think with the 6F converter and the way it's 60 foot, it won't go low 9s with E85? Pfft, fucking hell yeah, it will. I'll email them and see what they do this time. JD Swag, gotcha, brother. Justin Basin, can I data log with my RTD to save? Can't data log with an RTD to save my life. Can I use my locked N-Gauge and use it to data log? Guys, if you have an N-Gauge or access to an N-Gauge, all you need the RTD is to flash a tune. You can data log with anything else. You can data log with an SET. You can data log with a Lund Racing N-Gauge. You can data log with anything if the RTD software does not allow you to data log. So let's say you have an SET X4 just chilling. You can flash the car with an RTD, data log with SET. That's not a problem. Paraguan Tutimiricuaro says, can we get a YOLO quote from one time? Can we get a YOLO quote one time for the one time? I don't know what the hell he's saying. He wants me to be YOLO on demand. Could you imagine going up to somebody and say, hey, Cletus, act like Cletus. Hey, act like that dumbass. Do that thing you do when you get hit in the face with pies. Oh, get out of here. Love you, but no. Should I switch to spark plugs if I'm running consistent E85 for about 15,000 miles? I mean, it's not a bad idea to change your spark plugs out at least once a year, in my opinion. But you don't need to do any special spark plug specifically for E85. Stock spark plug, stock gap is all you need. How much timing should I be seeing on an 11 GT with a 2200 Paxton, E85, and a 4.1 pulley? On the log, I was seeing 14 degrees. What the fuck is a 4.1 pulley? They make a 3.8, a 3.6, a 3.3, a 3.4, and a 3.1, and a 2.9. But I don't know that they make a 4-inch pulley. 4.10? God damn. Hey, Alex, I got a Gen 1 and I'm going to build for my 70 Mach 1, shooting for about 1,000 horsepower with twins. Is this a good choice? Gen 1. I mean, yeah, if you're going to build it, sleeve it. That's going to be the thing. If you don't sleeve it, it's going to be a problem because the supports, you need some kind of support, and the stock sleeves at about high 900 start to distort based on the pressurization of the cylinder and the RPM. So I would at least sleeve that block for sure. Freddy S550 said, what horsepower should I expect on a VMP Loki kit, Gen 3 Coyote with long tubes? So the Loki is supposedly the stock throttle body setup. The Odin, again, the dumbest names in the history of blowers. Love you, VMP. I don't know which one's the Thanos. Like where's Thanos? Where's I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, the Loki is a stock throttle body application. I treat the Loki like I would treat a Whipple with a stock throttle body. Right? Whipples do come stage 1s, which is like a stock throttle body with an adapter. Why would you ever want to do that? I have no freaking idea. But on pump gas and long tubes and about 10 or 11 PSI, it's going to make about 600 something horsepower, 620, 630. You're choking the thing. You're literally choking the thing. But Edelbrock 2300s back in the day were making 620 real horsepower. Old school 2300 Edelbrock. So now a Loki is going to be a 2650 with a stock throttle body. You're choking the motherfucker, sucking through a straw. So you'll be lucky to make 600 to 620 pump gas, long tubes with a Loki blower. TKM is going to sleeve. There you go. Sleeve it up and you should be good to go, brother. 4.1 pulley is 1 PSI. 4.10 pulley equals 1 PSI. Like, seriously, like, are you being serious? Hunter Walker. Also, that red car Vortec idea would love to see, as it's going to be my exact setup in a stick car. Guys, now that I know the white car is hurt, I think I'm going to do a compression check, but I can almost bet you number 7 is down based on just visual spark plug, the way the spark plug looked. But I'm going to do a compression check the next video when I get back from doing some work up north. It's only 2 days. I'll be back quick. Probably Saturday or Sunday, I will release a video doing a compression check on the white car. If the compression check comes back negative, I might be liable to pull the blower off of the white car and get it ready for the red car. But the red car needs CJ and tests to be done, CJ and cold air tests to be done to get some more meat off of that bone. And then we can go from there. Thor blower. 4.1 pulley is a big ass pulley, says Mendoza's Coyote. Chris 50 says, Marqueso probably drives an EcoBoost. Okay. I went out tonight to catch up with car friends and instantly remembered why I don't go out and avoid bars sober. Oh yeah, dude, fuck that. Like, going out sucks. People suck. I met up with somebody, great time. Sheesh, you could look at the bumper on that. Anyway, everyone's acting stupid out there. It's like they were pent up from being home from COVID all summer last year, all year, and they just come out and they're like acting really, really extra stupid. And it's almost better to stay home and do nothing. I want the Ant-Man VMP kit. I mean, it's going to be the Ant-Man VMP kit. It's going to be the Iron Man kit. Then there's going to be the Thanos kit, the Scarlet Witch kit, Hawkeye kit. I mean, what the fuck? What are we doing? Sounds like a Pro Charger pulley. Right, Carlos Villarreal. It's not a 2200 SL if he's measuring 4-inch pulleys, because that's what Pro Charger makes. And I have no idea, because Pro Charger has a P1, a D1, an F1, D1X, LMNOP. They got A, B, C. They got all the fucking alphabets on their blowers. Alex, my dad has a 17 GT and he was wondering, what's the normal thermostat temperature and coolant temps? His is based so it doesn't display that info. Thank you. It should display it. Of course it should display it. A 17 GT displays cylinder head temperature on the center little display. Of course it does, base or not. Normal is going to be in the 200s, right? 200, 210, that's normal. Hamid Mosawi. Hey, Alex, old fan from Saudi. Keep it up, man. Hamid Mosawi. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Hey, Alex, how would you remedy the stress to put on a crank and knock sensors on a centrifugal setup stick Mustang? So the stress on a crank depends on what kind of centrifugal you have. If you have a Pro Charger kit that has an auxiliary pulley bolted onto the crank, that's going to stress out the crank a little more than a Vortec would do or a Paxton, 100%. If ProCharger makes kits that use the outer sheath of the stock crank pulley, I think that's highly desirable. But if I'm not mistaken, some kits come with an auxiliary pulley. If you have an auxiliary pulley, it's probably a good idea to get a crank support. And I think ProCharger makes a crank support that they literally copied from MFP. So you can get one of theirs. What's your input on overspinning of Vortex? So supposedly Vortex says not to put anything smaller than a 3.4 or 3.6 pulley on a V3 self-contained unit because supposedly it slings oil so fast in the slinger and it doesn't get the proper oiling. I don't know that for a fact, but if Vortex says it's not a good idea, it's not a good idea. I think they tell you if you want to make big boy power, you upgrade from the V3 to the V7. It's oiled unit, which gets oil from the engine. I don't know why that matters unless there's positive oiling issues in their case. But they say if you want big power, you do the V7. The V3, supposedly, they don't want you doing smaller than a 3.6 pulley, supposedly. But I'd call them to get verification. Have you guys started tuning David Van Vorst's new setup yet? I'd have to ask John Lund Jr. Jr. handles the big boy builds. I'm waiting for a Ren and Stimpy blower. Ren and Stimpy blower. Gen 3 TVS running 92mm pulley, Gen 1 stock engine. Difference in running 91 octane versus 93 octane. Austin, you're going to see about 15 to 17 degrees. Some 91 octane is as sweet as some 93 octane. I guarantee you, Florida Marathon 93 octane is worse than California 91 octane. So it all depends on how sweet the fuel is in your area for sure. Alex, I really enjoyed the technical dive into the white car. Can you explain what the load is on the log? What is that exactly measuring? Think of it as torque curve, right? Junior explained it a very good way. MAF frequency on turbo cars specifically follow the horsepower curve, and the load follows the torque curve. So that's basically the torque curve of the vehicle, peak torque. So the output, let's say if you're at 1.6 load, I can guess, just based on load, based on experience, that you're making about 10 PSI. 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 2.0. I go, oof, this thing is moving some serious air. But some turbo kits spike 2.0 load and then they trail off to 1.6, 1.7. But the MAF frequency keeps going straight up, meaning it's making horsepower, but the torque curve, it is a peaky torque curve where turbos peak early and then peter out, but the horsepower keeps climbing through the roof. Centrifugals are more linear that way, and TVSs, when you look at load, it's a square. It goes up and over. So load follows the torque curve. If you look at load on a data log, on a TVS, let's say a 69mm pulley TVS, it goes bam, 2.0, and it's flat all the way through the pull. So then when you look at the torque curve on a dynograph, bam, it's flat all the way through the pull. So the torque curve generally follows the calculated air load on a data log. I hope that's not too technical for the chat. I can't imagine. Road Rage 860 from Connecticut. That's an 860, 860 from Connecticut. Gave me some channel support. Thank you very much. Can you return the white 19 to stock and fix it? Warranty. I probably could, but that's kind of douchey, right? That's kind of douchey. It's documented. It's got headers. It's got this and that. It's got ass. It's got fuck. It's got fuck. I don't want to warranty that thing unless someone's willing to do me a solid. I see cylinder head temps as high as 220 in hot weather. Sound normal? Yeah. In hot weather, if you're in Texas and it's 130 outside or 115, they can get high. Get a 170 thermostat. You shouldn't need a tune revision. Why? The thermostat opens early and allows the coolant to get into the engine quicker. And you are driving. So air is hitting the radiator anyway. So it is a mechanical advantage. On Gen 1, Gen 2. Gen 3 might need tweaks because on Gen 3, there is a sensor that says, well, I'm expecting this temperature and I'm getting this temperature, so something's fucked up, and it throws a code. So you might need a tune on Gen 3 for a thermostat. Bro, you play Forza? That's how you have a car? Whoa, what's happening? So is the white car's motor hurt just due to the presumed ringland failure? Do you know what's really going on there inside the motor? Not enough octane? Not enough octane is probably the way. Anytime I see Gen 3 pump gas and boost over 10, I go, it could be a bad look. And I'm sure there have been a couple of times because the gasoline quality in Florida sucks. I suspect that compression is down on one cylinder. There's not a hole in it. It's not burning blue all the time. Only on D cell do I see blue smoke. So think about what happens in a combustion chamber on D cell and why I would think a ringland failed. Think about that. Jose Silva says, I'm getting some ethanol 1R and getting you some logs. Thanks for all your help. Lund Racing for the win. Brisk or NGK plugs will be got the 22 channel support. NGK is more available. You can get NGK pretty much anywhere. Brisk are becoming harder and harder to find, and wait until the materials shortage starts hitting everything. Chip shortages, ceramic shortages, everything. Just raw material shortages are catching up to all the industries. Mine gets up there on a hot day, especially if I'm getting on, it says Rich 50 about the cylinder head temperature. I think Florida might have some stuff for y'all with the roll street racing. Got it. VCMD Propulsion says, what do you think about the Cali OBD1 smog system being taken away around here? I can't even get my Mark 7 smog now. But if they take it away, does that make it exempt? If they take it away, does that make it exempt? Rami Zaidan in the house. Rami. Let's get the car. Let's get that Hellion car done, bro. Let's get that Hellion car done. Get the stupid valve floats issue fixed, and we can just have after it, brother. Not at a octane, but I know you can make 1,000 on pump 87. Again, if anyone is telling you they can make big power on pump gas, they are smoking the crack. And I thought that video, I thought I was going to make 800. I legitimately thought, yeah, with butane, good octane, 20 degrees, it should make it. It said, this pump gas is, and it was Shell. It said, fuck you. The NOx sensor said, fuck you all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a compression check, eventually pull the motor long term, eventually put a new motor in it, and eventually build the motor that comes out of it. And then we'll see if turbos can end up on that thing. Hunter Walker says, how stout do you think a 3.8 pulley Vortec FFE would be with the bat? Brandon advised to start with that from first to see how good the gas is coming from a full bolt-on setup. He's right. 3.8 is about 8 to 9 PSI with the BAP, and we'll see how spark tolerant it is with that. If it isn't spark tolerant with a 3.8, it's not going to be spark tolerant with a 3.6. Andres Martinez says, my cylinder 8 ringland failed and looked exactly how yours looked on the dyno. So thank you very much. I'm simply going by experience, Andres Martinez. He's right. Based on what I see, and we see thousands of logs a week. We all deleted our download folders that contain data logs. I had 7 gigabytes of data logs on my downloads folder. Dakota had like 4, Junior had like 5. Dude, we see so much. So based on experience, I can tell you that my ringland is popped on number 7. Why number 7, Alex? Because when I pulled the spark plugs way back long ago, I'm like, this one looks a little suspect. I redlined my Coyote for 5 minutes and drove it into a ditch. Got the data log. Perfect, Coyote GT. That will tell me plenty. I redlined. Is there any benefit to running a CJ versus an 18 manifold boss on a centrifugal blower? I don't think so. I mean, you really want a super high RPM horsepower, that's the way to do it. Centrifugals are lazy already down low, so I would prefer a 350 or an 18 manifold to make up for that low-end loss that you would get with the CJ manifold, in my opinion. You better tune out Rami's valve float, Alex. Exactly. Apparently, another tuner can take care of that. Oh my God, you hit it right on the head. It was insanely hot when you did your hits. I'm surprised it even let you hit 20 degrees. It didn't let me hit 20 degrees. It hit 16, and then I saw the smoke. I'm like, I commanded 16 and it kicked it all back. And eventually get back into a black 11 GT MT82 car. That's the plan. That's the plan, to get rid of the red car, get rid of the GT500 late this year if we run 7s, or if someone wants it bad enough, they can have it. For it, you're going to pay though. And then 11 GT and start from scratch with a black 11 GT, back to my roots with the Coyote stuff. Yeah, my 8 spark plug had fresh ass oil in it. Exactly. Mine's starting to look a little black. Mendoza's Coyote said, yeah, that's safe from what I've seen. Michael Nunn, what's up, brother? How you doing? Not really up your alley, but any idea why my S197 starting intermittently sometimes won't crank and has to be pushed? Battery is good. Thank you, Alex. Your starter's bad. Michael Nunn, if it's starting intermittently and sometimes won't crank, you need a new starter, right? Your battery's good. And when you go like this, it starts intermittently. You might need a new you might need a new starter. I mean, in the old school days, the Fox bodies, you needed that new solenoid on the firewall or on the fender. You know, I used to carry an extra coil, an extra solenoid, and an extra starter in my Fox body. Trust me, I did. I did. You have to carry extra parts when you go far in a Fox body. Andre Martinez says, worst time to buy a Mustang in Arizona? They're selling 16 GTs for 100,000 miles for $26,000, bro. What the fuck? If the Mustang blows, I sell my black 2012 to Alex. Got it. But buy the black car back. I'm not going to buy the black car back. He's probably going to want like $20,000 for that thing. I'm not. Look, unless the guy's reasonable, I wouldn't buy that car back. No way. Because it's been clapped. It's been fucked. He got the trans rebuilt. I'm like, he's probably going to want like fucking $25,000 in it. Let him enjoy it. I'm good. I'll start fresh with another one. Could the neutral safety switch fail occasionally? Potentially. But that car should start. I mean, yeah, it can fail, but boy, boy, that's very rare, Michael Nunn. That's very rare that it would do that. How much difference in power-wise with a ported 18 manifold to an unported 18 manifold on a Gen 1 Coyote? Maybe 5 to 6 horsepower. Maybe 5 to 6 horsepower. Need that high-performance starter, said Jared Wells. Kind of afraid to do this Coyote swap with all this EPA crap. Scared about the aftermarket parts being available. If you're going to do it now. If you're going to do anything, you're going to do it now because the parts are available. Power by the Hour has everything you need. Power by the Hour has all the parts you need. Okay? Perfect time for him to get a booster starter. Nice. Here we go with the starter questions. Is putting a Cobra jet on an F-150 worth it? Boy, I don't think so. It depends on what generation F-150, right? The F-150 is heavy, and it needs low-end torque to get out of the hole. And you negate that by putting an F1 CJ on it, unless you hit it with a 100 shot. Mama Lona coming home pretty soon, Alex. Can't wait for more Champ Stamp content. Exactly. I got the wheels, got the tires. I just need time. Time. The only thing I don't have in my life is time. Just don't have time. The stuff I do is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. That's the only time I have. And that's after work, after the gym. So I probably have 2 to 3 hours a day unless I work into the night. And I can't because I don't have a shop because these motherfuckers are crazy here with their shops. They're trifling. They don't get back to you. I have money to give them and they keep fucking with you. Scooter Kid says, where's the good place to order a Whipple that doesn't have a back order? None. Scooter Kid, all Whipple kits are back ordered. We got a couple of taquaches here, I see. My 90 F-150 needed that heat wrap for the starter after the headers. Cooked it. My ringline and cylinder 8 let go. Sound like EPA knocking at my door. I'm happy I started the motor build now and almost done. Just a few more parts on the way. And the Lund sauce, says Andres Martinez. Great Trollholio said, had SET rep come in the shop today and I mentioned the EPA. He got defensive. Then I brought up their cloud and he got quiet. Nice. Good. Hey, keep your foot on the gas when it comes to them. Don't let up. Don't let up on that shit, bro. Don't let up on that. Clip clap the horse. Car doesn't crank at all, though. Crank doesn't crank. I guarantee it's your starter, Michael Nunn. Is it your starter? Get another starter. Try that. Instead of like, oh, it's this. Change it. No one knows. When your car starts having issues starting intermittently, you start replacing parts. Well, neutral safety switch? I don't know. I have no idea. I got you a 2012 Black Mano GT you've tuned back when you were at VMP. It's in Louisiana. When you're ready, Alex. Okay, Brandon, I'll let you know. Hey, Brandon, email me pictures of it. Getting smoke out of one side but not the other. Smells like water, no head gasket leaks. I need help. It's up armored ex-CIA mark. It's a head gasket. It's a head gasket out of that side. Oh, but it's not. It's not a head gasket leak. No, it's burning it if you smell coolant. Alex, I had my shop replace the starter twice on my third one. I don't think it's a neutral safety switch either, unless those are known to fail intermittently. Thanks, Alex. I got you. I don't know if they're. I've never had an issue with any starting situation ever. I'm just happy. Alex, you think a 50 plus through a Whipple paired with a T56 second is a good dig card? No. Alex, do you think a 850 Whipple paired with a T56 on a second gen is a good dig car? No. When you have a T56, when you have a positive displacement supercharger on a stick car, where's your fuse? And if I have to explain what the fuse is, we got issues. Where's your fuse? What is the thing that's going to take the brunt of the load and slip, and that is adjustable? Do you have a slipper clutch setup, meaning an adjustable slipper clutch setup? Do you have a very prepped surface where you can count on every single time and you're going to launch with a slick? That's what you have to think about. Where's your fuse? That is not a good fuse because you're going to need all the fucking drive shafts, all the axles, all the wheel bearings, all the suspension, all the stiffening, all the tire, all the slip, all adjustable. I don't think that's a good dig car. Not at all. Sorry. Michael Nunn says, not up your alley. Already got that. And could you neutral safety switch fail? Already got that. Gotcha. Do you think they'll make an all-wheel drive Mustang? I think well, they already do. They already do. It's called the Mustang Maki GT. They already do. You mean a sports car? The only way I see them doing it is a hybrid 3.5 twin turbo EcoBoost model. That's the only way I see them doing it. Alex, has the VMP Gen 3 core intercooler shown to make bigger difference with what IATs were compared to blower setups, considering buying one for the 3.2 Kenny Bell? I don't know. I haven't gotten one in my hands to test, but anything that helps cooling is going to help IAT, period. The stock intercooler brick that comes from Roush setups sucks. It's not terrible, but it's not good, and that's why the heat exchanger is a good Band-Aid. So if VMP developed, and I say that in super air quotes, developed an intercooler brick that's a little more efficient, of course it's going to help IAT. Put some steamrollers on it and the drive shaft will love it. Scooter Kid says, Alex, what's your email? I have a couple of questions to ask. Did Scooter Kid just ask my email? Like seriously, did Scooter Kid just ask my fucking email? Like, are you fucking insane, bro? Like really? You just asked what my email is? Like, that blows my fucking mind. Like, absolutely blows my mind. He literally asked, Alex, what's your email? I got some questions for you. I'm like, really, bro? Like, really? Fuck, dude. My God. Alex, when I do a cold start and idle, there's some white smoke coming out of the exhaust, but when I go wide open throttle, nothing comes out. Supercharged free flowing exhaust, E85. Mike and Son Garage, do me a favor, whoever's tuning you, if it's Lund or whatever, send us a video. If you can get a video of the smoke coming out, it might simply have too much crank fuel. On E85, we have to give the car crank fuel to start easier, but sometimes it's a little too much, so we just have to back that down a little bit. Would you prefer an S550 with a T-tops or a Maki convertible? Neither. The only convertible I'd ever buy would be a 92 blue or red GT convertible. Like, there's a guy's car. There's a guy that races here in Florida. I forget his name. He's a fan of the show. He has a blue turbo AOD Mustang convertible, blue with billet specialties wheels. That thing just gets it. He's in the Tallahassee area or something like that. Alex, why do you think higher mileage Gen 1's been selling for 20,000 plus lately? Availability. For whatever reason, just they're not available anymore, right? Gen 3s are a little on the expensive side. Gen 2, a lot of people can ask big money for them based on the shortage of vehicles available. So that just bleeds down to Gen 1. So all used car prices are big boy money now, and people are getting it. Bro, Alex is not KBB or NADA. People ask me these questions all the time. Why do you think the car's getting? What do you think the market's going to look like in 15 years, Alex? Oh my God. Scooter's on a calculator, 10 frames per second. Can't see. Screen looks like Legos. He's on his Texas Instruments calculator watching the show, complaining about the sound. That's what blows my mind about these people. I'm writing an email right now to you. Yeah, dude's blind. Vanilla Ice. Alex, just buy my Nitrous 13. Fuck no. Nitrous Mustang? I am buying. No, thank you. Gavin for Car says, body control module may be damaged from a water leak, causing that no start. Okay, that's a very good thing to look up. Did you have water damage, Michael Nunn, causing a potential intermittent no start condition? Make sure that if you relocated your fuse box in the engine bay, that it's not wet. That can cause intermittent start issues for sure. Tuned by Lund, thanks. I'll get a video. Thanks, Alex. Mike's and Son's Garage. We'll get you going, sir. Got about 15 minutes left, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Poverty Wall looking spicy. Is that all the firm or some synchrony too? This is all. I mean, I got New Balances, Race Stars, VMSs, beadlocks. I got a bunch of shit back there. I'm gonna organize it a little better, but I just threw it all in there so y'all could see some shit. Then I'm gonna get a fake ass. Do you think crank support is needed on a Pro Charger setup making about 700 wheel? Not sure if any input is needed or anything about when a crank support is needed. I think a crank support is needed when you put extra stress on the crank. And if you have an auxiliary pulley on the crank, it's a very good idea to get a crank support on it. Hey, can you tune my single overhead cam Lightning to sound like a dual overhead cam 20 GT500? It's the same car, Alex. Why can't you just send me the same chop tune you give GT500 guys to a GT? What? That was like the all-time stupidest comment I ever heard. Eminem says, hey, Alex, did you see Just a Six show the EPA cops? YouTube, his new FFE for his Shelby truck. Dude, if he did that, if he did that, he doesn't get it. If he did that and deleted cats on the truck, he doesn't get it at all. And all the EPA stuff he's saying and all the stuff, if he showed that, he does not understand. You got to, hey, Gavin, I'm talking right to you directly right now. Gavin, it's Just a Six, whatever you want to go by. I'm going to call you by your government name. Gavin. If you're about the EPA cause, if you're about protecting our rights to, build race cars and stuff like that, don't show yourself removing emissions equipment from cars. I don't care that you got clicks and likes. I don't care that it makes more power. I don't care about, I need to get a video out this week to get paid. Stop showing yourself removing emissions equipment from cars. That goes to all you YouTubers. Just say, the vehicle is equipped with really high flowing exhaust. Really, guys? I'm not saying you did it, but if you do it in the future, be smart. Not everything has to go on video. Be smart. My God, I hope he didn't do that. I'm not even going to watch the video. I don't care. But if he or other YouTubers are doing that, stop it. You're going to get a knock on the door. How much do you think it'll cost to Whipple a 10R80 and get oil pump gears done, including a Scooter Kid? What the fuck, man? Call SK Performance. Call a shop that does work on cars. What the fuck? Okay, Scooter Kid. Okay, Scooter Kid. $10,000. If I do it, $10,000. That's what it's worth to me. $10,000 fucking dollars. That for the labor. Fuck the supercharger and the parts. For the labor. $10,000 to get Alex to do the shit on your car. What the fuck? Hey, Alex, how much is milk? Hey, Alex, how much is Publix groceries? How much is it for a quarter pound of honey baked ham? What the fuck? Asking me labor prices. It's adjustable. Different shops have different labor. What the fuck is wrong with people asking me labor prices on shit? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Free if you do it yourself, Andres Martinez says. He definitely did it. God damn it. You reach a boiling point where you're like, what the fuck? Guys, imagine this. 8 hours a day. Not for an hour and a half, twice a week. 8 hours a day. You want to become a tuner? It's not all fun and games. You're going, oh man, that's so cool. We're boys. We're out there fucking racing, man. Good job. No, it's, hey Alex, how much does it cost to replace my clutch? I don't fucking know. I have no fucking idea. Ask a shop. Alex, what do you think's a good price for a 2011 Mustang with a T? I don't know. Whatever the fuck a motherfucker is willing to pay. Holy shit. God damn it. Asking me prices on installs. Wow. This blows my mind. This fucking blows my mind. If we got YouTubers out there removing cats from shit and guys asking me labor prices on shit, bro, call shops. Get quotes from shops. Oh my God, bro. Fucking Scooter Kid, bro. Shit. Scooter Kid probably drives an EcoBoost. Rest in peace, Scooter Kid. Last time I checked, Alex isn't a mechanic. Doing insurance work pays more than building an engine and transmission here. Scooter Kid, it done. Labor cost me $1,300 from the machine shop for the short block and the rest free because I did it. Get your hands dirty. Nice. It done. Derp. $11,750 for all the upgraded stuff on a Whipple Gen 5, not including labor for me. There you go. You got a fucking quote from a dude asking me. The fuck? I don't want to pay that much. I think that's too expensive. Who tells you what price shops charge? You either accept the price they charge or get the fuck out of there. Real simple. Oh my God. Being a tuner sucks. Don't do it. Dude, it's not fun. It's this. It's this. All day. You send tunes out and then replies and you're good. And then you think you're done. You think the relationship between you and the customer is over. It's fine. See you later. Goodbye. And then you start getting these questions. What wheels are you running? Okay. I love this guy. This guy is an awesome guy. He's got a fast car. I'm not going to name his name, but he's got a GT500 out on the West Coast. And that guy's like, what wheels are in your car? Oh, how do you have this measured? What shock settings do you have? What fuel should I use? Do you think I need to plug in the O2s? You know what? I went out with a girl. She seems really nice. Do you think I should marry her? I'm like, what the fuck? I have now become his life coach. I'm not your life coach. If it does not have anything to do with the tune that I sent you and issues with it, then there should be no correspondence back and forth. It should be over. Oof, my God. Oh, you guys are lucky I'm getting paid for doing this. Gravity still makes me laugh. Install it yourself, Putang. Damn. Carlos Villarreal, rest in peace. Clint Eastwood. How much did you make as a millwright? As a millwright, the most I made one year was like $65,000, $65,000 to $70,000. I wasn't in a union. I was in Western Massachusetts. Do I make more money now? Yeah. Between my regular job and YouTube, yeah, sure. I make more money for sure. But, the stress level is way higher doing this. Way higher. I have had 4,000-pound centrifugal pumps that took us 6 months to rebuild up in the air hanging by 2 straps. And I had a tagline, and I wasn't and it was 100 feet up in the air, and it's got to go down this little hole, blind hole, and it was my job to guide it in, like a $50,000 job. No stress. I'm tuning NACJ guys with cams. There's way more stress with that. Way more stress. It is a non-stop back and forth. When the tune was done, the 3rd or 4th revision, your tune is done forever. Goodbye. It's done. There's nothing else that needs to happen from here on out. If something happens with the car, it's mechanical. The tune does not have to change. We dialed in the shift points? Yup. Dialed in timing? Yup. Dialed in fueling? Yup. I'm going to push this baby bird out the nest and go out to the world and do whatever the fuck you do. We are done. Here's money for the bottle of Advil you need after the show. Guys, I need a fucking bottle of it. Keith Ray in the house. Just want to say hello. I don't know how Keith Ray does it. Keith Ray deals with GT500, guys. Keith Ray must have the patience of a saint. He must deal with GT500 guys asking cam questions nonstop. And I feel bad that one time I called them about Turbo 400 stuff, and I hope I didn't sound like a fucking dumbass with the questions that I asked you. But Keith Ray, God love you. Building engines for GT500 guys, I cannot imagine the bullshit you hear. What's up, Alex? Is Ivan D. I have a nitrous with a standalone tank. Could I get away with MS-109, the standalone, and run 100 shot, untuned with colder plugs? Woof. Maybe. That's what, what's the name of that company? JPC did when they went 10s on a stock car. They put 100 shot with race gas with 4 10s, and it went 10s, 10s in the quarter mile, untuned. They just shoved a 100 shot, 4 10s, got down the quarter mile into 5th gear, and it was fine. So if you have race gas in a standalone tank and 100 shot, oof, It's going to see like 28, 29 degrees. Ugh, God, honestly, I would prefer you get a couple degrees removed out of there and run it slightly richer than normal, in my opinion. Alex, my paraplegic grandma wears those New Balance shoes on bingo nights. Nice. Scooter Kid equals, oof, whoa, relax with Scooter Kid. He just set me off. He's not a bad person. He just, you just get that one question that pushes you over the edge and you're just like, oh my God, oh my fucking God. Will you please save my baby bird? Alex, I already got that. Mustang Lifestyle sends his regards, says Mendoza's Coyote. Kyle Wren says, am I right saying that the Gen 3 5.2 block fits with Gen 1 heads since it worked on It's Just a 6's Gen 2 heads? Sure, I think so. But you need to ask an engine builder that. An engine builder would have a better answer. Like Keith Ray. Keith Ray would say, fuck you, but Yin's asking stupid questions. Yin's asking stupid questions. I mean, that's after Keith Ray builds 16, GT500 blocks and then goes shooting for 16 hours and then builds his Fox body. He has time to answer your questions on, I mean, dude, do you ever see your family? That dude works more than anyone I know. Kyle Ren, but I can't say for certain that a Gen 1 head fits a 5.2. Why would you want a Gen 1 head? Why don't you put a Gen 2 head? Gen 2 heads are better. Race Red 50 says, stick S197 CJ car 150 shot. Should I run the 600 horsepower Viking shocks or the below 600 horsepower Viking shocks? Love the content. Congrats on the dyno. If it's a stick car, I'd run the best shock they could, regardless of the horsepower number. I'd run the better shock, not the lesser of the two 100%. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Before you ask me if a CJ from a 3-valve fits a Coyote, I mean, holy shit. Well, Alex, they're all modular. It's all the same shit. With shit to fucking fit. Why don't you fucking... I paid you 99 cents. I thought the peasant chat was bad. At least I have fun in the peasant chat. Unbelievable. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Carlos Villarreal says use the 600 and under. On a stick car. On a stick car, you want more shock control than on an auto car. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Keith Ray says, yes, they will fit. Keith Ray says, Gen 1 heads will fit a 5.2. YouTube Corrupt says, see you, man. Have a good week. Mr. King says, the EPA and Uncle Joe send the regard. Bye, Alex. Good evening. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you very much. I will see you guys on the Peasant Chat Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Be there. See you guys later. Have a good night.